To talk to you a little bit about secondary dominance, but first, just a common error. Notice that this diminished, 7 diminished triad has two big errors. One is it's in root position. So, composers avoided that diminished chord in root position. They thought that this sound was better to the ear. So you always want to write 7 diminished chords in first inversion, okay? Like a 1, 7, 6 going to 1, 6. Voice exchange, that's an expansion of 1. Okay, the other thing is 2 leading tones. Notice the 2 D sharps here. So you're going to get a double leading tone. Of course, those both want to resolve up, resulting in parallel octaves, so you don't want to do that. Over here on the right is a correctly voiced diminished 7 that it's in first inversion. And as you can see, it resolves nicely to a 1-6 afterward. I forgot to put that Roman numeral in, but a 1-6. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about secondary dominants because they're going to be important to the last part of our class. But one thing I just wanted to mention is, look, the voice leading is the same for 5 going to a 1 as it is going from 5-7 of 2 to 2 and 5-7 of 5 to 5. These are probably the most common of the secondary dominants. Maybe 5-7 of 6 as well. But notice, so here, 5-1 in 1, right? Here we got 5-1 in 2. So F minor in the key of E flat. F is 2, right? Here, 5-7 of 5 goes to B flat. That's 5, so you have a 5-1 in B flat, okay? So notice the voice leading changes. It doesn't change. So it could potentially be just the same. 5-1, 4 to 3, and then 2 to 1, and 7 to 5, okay? If you take all those and put them into the key of the 2, so here is F, right? So these notes would all be proportionately the same to F as these are to E flat. So the voice leading is basically the same. So you don't have to worry about it. It's the same kind of rules. The 7th of the chord, just like it did here, it went down. Here the 7th chord goes down. Here the leading tone has a tendency to resolve up but can be frustrated. Here this leading tone, a new leading tone, has a tendency to resolve up but can be frustrated. And then again with this one as well. You see I need an accidental, right, for all the 5-7 of 2 and the 5-7 of 5. They both are going to need accidentals, okay? And finally, I just wanted to show you the difference, or the similarity between 5-7 of 5 going to 5 and 2-7 going to 5. The only difference is that accidental. So F7 going to B flat, and instead we have F minor 7 going to B flat, and then probably going to a 1 from there. So really they're very similar, the 5-7 of 5 and the 2-7, except for that one accidental. And they're both predominant function, leading to 5. Okay, and now here at the bottom, I'm showing inversions of secondary dominants, and as you can imagine, they kind of work the same too. So here's my tritone, D up to A flat. These are the tendency tones, and they resolve inward, right? This diminished fifth resolves inward to the notes of the 1 chord, the root and the 3rd. Here, this tritone, the tendency tones resolve inward, again, to the notes of the 2 chord, the root and the 3rd. And here, these tendency tones A and E flat, that's, the diminished fifth here, that's going to resolve inward as well to this 3rd of B flat, the root and the 3rd. So, again, the voice leading is going to be the same. It's just that instead of, emphasizing 1, we're emphasizing 2, or we're emphasizing 5 here. Okay, so, the secondary dominant voice leading, very similar to regular 7th chords. And then finally showing a possible usage of these inverted 7th chords. Here's a 4 going to a 2-6-5. What happens? Well, we shift, this E flat up to F, and then we've got F, A flat, C, E flat. So we've got a 2-6-5. We just change one accidental. The A flat goes up to A natural. Now we've got 5-6-5 of 5, and then we lead to 5 because Fa in B flat, Fa goes to Mi, and T goes to Do. Again, in B flat. We're just thinking in B flat temporarily here. And so then that 5 now sounds like 5 again, and we go back to 1. So in versions of secondary dominance, the voice leading works as well. But just keep in mind all those tendency tones, we must deal with those. We must resolve the sevenths. We must resolve the new leading tones.